Don't even start that shit up, you my brother or anything like that. You know what you did? You burnt me and murdered my nutsack until that I couldn't take it no more until there was enough blood. My knees were brought to the ground. I couldn't even start my campaign after you were sworn to presidential protection rights. What do you do about shit like that when every single one of them failed you as a human? Come on, I wasn't that fucked up. I wasn't gonna lose. What y'all did is wrong. When I say stop, means stop. I tell you that I've never been submitted before, and I don't like that. How could you ever have made me feel like that? The way you probably do feel. That was the list I made of women that I never would marry. That they told me to make two lists: one that you wanted to be with, and one that you didn't. And so I told them that that was the ones I didn't want, and so that of course they picked the number one woman that I never wanted to be with, and started murdering me with that bitch. Dude, it wasn't that far gone. I was mostly gonna win. If I chose to do, I just don't understand how you fucking imitate me, living as me in a perfect party that came before. As women rights entitled with my identity and say that I'm humiliated. Well, what in the end was I going to receive? I don't understand how you could say that from a public point of view as far as politics. Or your behavior and conduct, I'm absolutely disgusted. You've never felt sicker in my entire life than the outrage of how vicious that your assaults are and how meaningless and pointless that your people and your societies are and why you would have done that to another person's life. And that really truly is wrong of you. I rarely ever really truly do believe in my life that I'm sure that something is one way or the other. I'm sure that that is wrong, that that is against the law of the land and the people, and it is across the highest boundaries of every type of crime that there is. High treason, assassination, federal warrant, um, anything you could think of, and that, and start putting that together. You couldn't have really put anything else on the scoreboard worse than what you did, as far as what you did, as far as that your behavior was, and why I should have had to have listened to that and only that my entire campaign. From that I didn't even get to start, but why you as a signal only would communicate with me by terrorist organizations is an outrage and disgust to me of what I was as a person, the way that I was. American leadership, I could never have been prouder than to have been a real American. And that when you fuck with me about that, you don't know what you started because I ain't mad like that. That it is that great to have been that generational type of American president. I could never want to be a different one than I am as far as my psychological profile. You didn't have that right to play this country based on one story both ways that you were going to win by. I don't even like going into that again, but I have a hard time ever getting past it, the fact that you weren't definitely, and I mean definitely, going to do it to everybody, that you were the biggest group of little bitches that ever played the game for real, and that I wish I never met any of you. Man, never once, ever, one time did they ever once, I mean by force, illegally, ever let me start my life with my own money in a way I could have ever won, ever once. Not even one memory, not even one kiss, not nothing. But they keep doing it every single time, worse and worse till it's hollow, till I really am surrounded by hell zones on my own in the dark at night, in the cold, alone, year after year after year. Not like it. That I never could have trusted you, and what you did goes too far. I'm not living like that. I'm not trusting it. That's all I'm saying is I don't trust it. I say I'm desperately talking with myself. You don't have the rights to genocide in this world against American presidency. When you did that, you did technically, and I know that I'm the most reasonable man you ever could have met about life and pain and feeling people. I like most people. You go across the boundaries to genocide and presidency at the same time, you're going to get your little Iranian ass caught up with eventually. Know that that neck does deserve it to me. Is that I think that you should have got the hell bolt straight through the neck, and some of these African groups too, and definitely some Russians too. Who in the world really ever seriously? Because I don't believe anybody truly ever did, but whoever actually almost and real, the closest you ever could get to asking for it is Russians and Africans, and the shit these people fuck come up with makes me the maddest in the world because they mostly only ever want to pay somebody out of point based on something that's not theirs anyway. It's the most ridiculously broken shit I've ever heard in my life. For you to not let them have represent real leadership is disgusting. And hopefully that they do have it under control as they said that they did. But the compensation to me is so out of control that you ever could have repaid me anything without connecting to terrorism again in a way that I don't really want. I believe that I have it under control, or that somebody always has said. I've already told you this too. I'm close on that. But they've paid me from the start to the finish. I've never had a bad day of life. I don't know what the fuck you people are talking about when you whine in my fucking signal all fucking day long as bitch ass company driven faggots that are trying to kill with language. As transsexual men that don't even really even like it, that want to sit there and talk shit all day long with the nastiest little African fucking maid pieces of shit that you ever could have met in your life, and you really seriously do mostly let it go on. As far as passing the final boundary in your system, which is a few of them, but which one was I just talking about? I got a good one. Is that there's a bunch of them that I won't even start for now, but I'm gonna leave it at six for now and tell you that I really seriously am pissed off at all of you. As far as people in the world for not letting me, and that was it, predict my own behavior.